Welcome back, y'all, to What the Flicks, where you come for all your film and TV show needs. I'm Harrison.
Oh, and I'm Gabby.
um, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe on this video, and please comment down below. All of our social media links are going to be in the description box below as well. We got a good one for y'all today. I know I always say that, but this is actually a really good one. Um, one of our favorite shows of all time, at least in my opinion. We're going to be talking about Arcane. So if you haven't seen the second season yet, you're living under Patrick's home. But if
Not a
if you
boulder,
have,
but a rock.
what a rock. Um, there's gonna be spoilers, so it is
Yeah,
what it
definitely.
is.
Spoilers for season 1 and for season 2,
Yeah. So
which there's only 2 seasons. So, yeah, there's only gonna be 2 seasons
yeah,
before they move on to a different area.
I'd say
Cool. And there's
yeah.
yeah, no, there's already I sent it to you. There's
No, no,
already
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. Season 1. Did you like season 1?
Is this a question? Is this a question? Is this
That was
Is this a question? Asking me if I like season one. Yes. Continue.
like
So
I remember watching season 1 because I remember hearing about the show years ago, right? While it was like before COVID, right? I remember hearing about it and not really caring about it because I remember it was like based on like a video game or whatever, not really caring about it,
yeah.
right? Then ended up watching it while while I had COVID, and then like just binge watching it, and then thinking it was the greatest thing since like mashed potatoes. It
Yeah.
was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember just calling you and then just being like, hey, this show is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I might have
Yeah.
been hating. There was like 4 or 5 things that I watched when I had COVID. And I was like, all of those days, I was like, dang, I might have been under a rock right here. I might have been hating.
You were hating on it at first?
No, I just was living under a rock. It was Arcane, it was the Batman, it was Cobra Kai, and I think it was like one more thing. But
I
those were like
mean
all things that like I just didn't really give a chance, and I watched them all while I was.
I mean, we don't play League of Legends, and sometimes when they adapt
Not many people do.
yeah, not many people play League of Legends like that. And plus, usually when people make movies or TV shows off of video games, it can go either good or really bad. So I'm not surprised people had some skepticism about Arcane, but I'm still not gonna play the game. But who
I mean, I've
when
heard it has a very toxic fan base, so I mean, I'm
yeah,
not rushing off to go play the game.
exactly. Even if they
Nobody's saying let's go play League of Legends. No, thank you. And I don't think
exactly.
League of Legends players want more people playing the game. They're just like,
Hmm.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, like nah. But they did that adaptation correctly, from what I heard from people who play League of Legends and stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, hey, so good on you, mate.
The character design just is
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them.
is
I'm sorry.
is fantastic. Just amazing. The character design will always just be fantastic. Just going down the list, just thinking about it, like
Even the people we don't like, good character design.
oh, I'm not even gonna say like bad characters have bad character design. No, like everybody has really great character design. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody has really great character design. Honestly, like learning that Jace has a like it's kind of built makes sense
Mm-hmm.
because House Talus is like they build like wrenches or hammers or some shit like that. They build they
He's
build
pretty much a blacksmith.
tools.
He's pretty
Yeah,
much a blacksmith. So
there you
you have
go.
to be built to work with metals. So yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense that like his upper body is very like kind of stacked like that. It makes sense.
Right.
And you know,
Plus you gotta be
it
set
makes
to
sense
hold
that
that freaking hammer, so
yeah, and he doesn't get that hammer till like what later in season 1, but
yeah.
like it makes sense that he would build himself that hammer because that multifunctional but also looks like it would be very difficult to carry. It looks
Yeah.
like it would be very difficult to I don't know.
Yeah.
Jace's hammer looks like it doesn't look
it,
like
it
it would work in a
you
fight.
can't
It just looks like it
because
looks
it
like
looks
it
like
would
it's
be
too heavy.
useless.
Exactly, because it looked like it's too heavy. So once you swing it, it'll swing you. Like
Yeah, it looks like it would be just about useless, but that's why it looks like the whole little like the little pew 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 that part it looks like about the most useful part of it. But
yeah,
I digress. I'm
yeah,
not a big Jace fan, and it's not because
mm.
he Victor. It's because Jace is just about the dumbest person.
He is. He is. Like I agree. I don't mess with JC either, man. I really don't. So
And I just want to point out, I don't think we're just going to end up talking about this in a linear pattern. This is just going to be kind of a mess. We really like the show, so it's just going to kind of come out and like it's
yeah,
just going
we
to come
can.
out a mess.
I mean, we can say like, by the way, we're talking about season 1, or we're mainly going to be
Yeah,
talking about season 2. In
right,
all
yeah,
honesty, we're just talking. We're just gonna. They're gonna be like bits and pieces where we're gonna be talking a little bit about season 1 because it relates to season 2.
yeah,
Like they have
definitely.
some Easter eggs in that one. So
But I did want to start off with the character design because there were a couple of character designs in particular that I did want to go across,
mm-hmm.
like things that I noticed from watching season 2. Like, oh my gosh, like okay. Well, first of all, I really did like the change in um Jace's
Out
his
costume.
outfit. Yeah, his whole outfit change. It really shows his change in status.
Yeah,
Like it really the red coat. I mean like it was good.
I'm not
Like
gonna
that
lie.
was
I
nice.
mess with it.
I messed with it. I was like that
Like
looked great.
yeah, because
That
it.
looked great.
And I like how they like you can see the evolution of character design or like their outfits in each season. Shoot, even in like each episode in season 2. Like
Yeah. Mel.
during the latter one. Yeah, exactly. Mel probably had the best character I'm sorry, outfit change out of
Oh
all of
yeah.
them. Cuz I
That
mean,
shit was fire.
yeah, Jinx, I mean, she pretty much was the same, just changed her hair a little bit. Vi, I mean, she just got built, not that much. Um Jace had that,
Yeah,
you know.
she got very built. I would say for
Yeah.
her.
And I think Jace, I feel like in season 1 he kind of looked like a politician, sort of like not really. How do I say? He just felt he was just portrayed more political wise, and then in
Mhm,
season 2, he looked like he was like not military, but like general, like after Hextech messed up his mind,
mhm,
he was like he had the cape. He felt a little bit more regal
mhm.
type general, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
really like Vi's character design as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I saw something that didn't really make sense on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. It was like people do those YouTube shorts that are
Yeah.
analyzing and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like Vi like her character arc was like character assassination. That doesn't really make any sense, but
Huh?
okay.
What?
Um,
What the hell does that
yeah,
mean?
I was like
Character assassinate? All
yeah,
right.
I was like, sure, but that doesn't really make any sense, especially because her character ends up healing from everything that happens to her in season 2, so that really doesn't make any sense. Um,
Dude, you mean when she was fighting everybody when she broke up with Caitlyn and everything?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
She
the
didn't.
black,
She didn't. She didn't off them.
yeah, that's
They
what I'm
just got
saying.
knocked
Like
out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the black on that she put over like all the pink on her and the covering up her tattoos and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like mostly the tattoos that she covered were the ones that she had that like represented Jinx and whatnot.
Yep.
She was like really just going over. She was like going through something. Like it was truly her emo time. Like it was her emo
It was a
time.
traumatic. It was a traumatic time. Like, not only did she lose one of the loves of her life, but also like
Her first love.
her first. Yeah, I'm sorry, her first love, and then on top of, she was already battling with Jinx, and not only in her mind but also in reality too. And that just got even worse afterwards because she was starting to reflect on, like, oh, now Caitlyn's turning into Jinx moral wise, because spoiler alert, Jinx accidentally offed Caitlyn's mom in the explosion
Mm-hmm.
at the end of season 1. And Vi was seeing Caitlyn turning into Jinx moral wise, like going off the handle. And so she going through she battling it through her head. Of course, she's gonna be having that emo chick face paint, face like cover like this, everything. And you want to say character assassination? Well, no,
Yeah, it really
that's a
wasn't.
bad.
That is literally just her battling emotions. Like it's literally just a character arc.
Just tough times. Art of character development.
So I really just enjoyed her character arc because she
Mm-hmm.
she was allowed to go through it, and then at the end of the season,
Mm-hmm.
it was just regular old Vi at the end.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they didn't harp. What I like so much about Arcane is that they don't. The timing, not the timing. How do I say it? The amount of time that they use for each character is perfect. Like, it doesn't feel too well. Not every character. I feel like with Vi, when she was going through that traumatic thing, they didn't need to harp so much on it, and they had the right amount of time for Vi's like quote unquote arc when it comes to her emo time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't too little, it wasn't too much. It was like it was a good amount of time
Yeah, I feel
set
like
on
they
it.
could have put some more time on Mel's story,
I was
especially
just about
because
to
the
say,
next
yeah,
story,
exactly.
is supposed to be the
Mm-hmm.
Noxians. Like we could have used some more time with
Exactly.
Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, way more.
if the next story is going to be the freaking Noxians, maybe we should have gotten a little bit more time about like the Black Rose and like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe we should know like a little bit more of the backstory of all of that because if that's where
Yeah.
we're going next, maybe we should know what the heck is going on. You know, maybe,
Well,
maybe.
I'm pretty. I feel like yes and no, only because they probably, if they were to have more of the Nazi and stuff and Mel's character, they probably would have. I feel like they yeah, maybe might have put too much time into that, and it probably might have taken away from the OG cast. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But we do agree that they should have had one more episode in the second season.
Mm-hmm.
They should have had one
Yeah,
more episode
definitely,
because it felt a little rushed. It felt a little rushed, but
definitely.
but yeah, um, yeah,
I definitely agree. It felt a little rushed.
mm-hmm. Still phenomenal, but yeah,
Definitely, I definitely agree that it felt just a tad rush. Not like
mm-hmm.
super rush. I feel like people are kind of
They're gonna say
exaggerating when they say
they're gonna say in the comments, "Oh, that
exaggerating.
game's rush."
Yeah, I feel like there's been an exaggeration on how rushed it feels, but it feels a tad rushed. I like when we get to like the second act, I can feel the rush.
Exactly.
Into the rush now, like you're just like okay, because you're like wait, it's like after Isha dies. Spoiler. Okay, this whole
We're not gonna say spoilers at this point. Like,
yeah, after
we already
Isha
said it.
dies, you're like we just don't even acknowledge that anymore, and then it's like
And when we do, it feels like we see it through Jinx's perspective, but we don't get Jinx didn't have Vi's trauma type set of time for her.
Yeah, she
Like
really
she didn't
just
we just saw her in jail, like just being sad, letting her hair grow out, everything like that. A little bit of it was talking to Silco in her head, but it didn't. We wanted to see more, and
yeah,
they
that
could have,
definitely needed some time to breathe because
because
like
if you the main character, like one of the main characters, if not the main character, you don't see that. Mm, her death
especially
still
because
hit,
part of
but still.
her growth was Isha
Exactly,
and that
because it was
attachment to
herself.
Isha. That it's just like, and then there's several scenes of her with Echo that are like crucial to
Mm,
her character that keep getting cut,
yeah.
right? So
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to them like releasing that. Like they could f off with the whole extra long sex scene. I don't care about that. It's like,
Oh, you
okay, I
talk,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah. Vi and
I don't care about that.
Nobody cared about that. I'm glad that it already felt like too long in the show. I can't imagine the fact that they were thinking, oh,
They
we need
are
to make it.
French.
Oh,
Yeah. It is a French animation studio.
I didn't know that. Okay, now,
Fortiche.
okay, this makes sense now.
Fortiche.
That makes sense. That makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense now. But still, like the fact that y'all wanted to make it even longer, it's like, come on now,
Well, it
bro.
is even longer. They
No, I
cut it.
know, I
I
know.
was about to say
They
they might
they were gonna make it longer, but they.
the animator has the whole thing and might release it. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
right. Yeah.
It's like, sir, you don't need to release that. What I need to be released is a bunch of scenes between Jinx and Oh my gosh, Echo. There's a bunch of scenes between Jinx and Echo. And that's the stuff that I need. This is the meaty
Yeah.
quality stuff that I need.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff between the two of them that's actual like content that we need. I
Hmm.
don't need a whole sex scene between the two of them. I don't need that.
Between Vi and Caitlyn, that's what she means.
Yeah, I don't we don't need that. You could probably find that on some suggestible website somewhere. I
Exactly.
don't
So
I don't need that.
yeah, there's no point in the fact that it was that long. At the fact that they already made it long was like, okay. I thought they were gonna stop after they just kissed and then took out the clothes and that was it. Nah, they kept it going. I'm like, hey, yo, I don't care. First
I
off,
mean,
this is
it's
in the
good to
jail
have
cell, but still,
yeah.
I like
It is good to have representation though. So
they had
for those
representation the entire time.
well, it was this was only the second time that they kissed. So I mean, I was
I
really excited
mean,
when they kissed the first time. The way that I
well,
yelled when they kissed, it
well,
was
yeah, yeah, it was cool, but like,
it's good to have representation.
yeah, of course, but
But it was
the
taking too
fact,
long to get the
but
next part. Like,
yeah, the fact that okay, yeah, y'all kissed 2 times, all right, cool, but then you keep on going and going. It's like at that point, that's no representation. That's just like okay, you just
we done,
hopped up
yeah,
on a
we did.
one scene. We already saw the connection between Vi and Caitlyn. It is what it is. Move
Yeah,
on. I want
I
more
don't think
Echo
we
and
needed
Jinx.
to see. Yeah,
That's why we
I did.
suggested to
I
have
did.
one more episode.
Yeah, I did want more Echo and Jinx. And I'm talking about more actual like of them talking. I'm not talking about them doing it. Oh, like
Yeah, no.
yeah,
We're talking
no.
about like dialogue, them interacting with each other, stuff like that. Kind of like having the same feeling of episode 7.
Anywho,
But
so in season one, Echo was really upset about Jinx when the Firelights captured Vi and Caitlyn, right? He was really like
you
harping on
said
the
Vi and
fact that
Caitlyn?
like yeah, when this is season one.
Okay.
Yeah, when they captured Vi and Caitlyn, this is when they first introduced the Firelights in
Oh,
season
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, and he was really harping on the fact that there's nothing but Jinx left. There's no powder. And Vi was like, "You're wrong. I can get through to her." And he's like, she's working for him because she can, not because because she wants to, not because she has to.
Mm.
There's a
Mm.
scene apparently. There's a scene apparently where uh Echo
Yeah.
essentially had went to Jinx like earlier, like years before,
Yeah.
and he had tried to get her from Silco,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and essentially she was like, I don't need you to rescue me, like,
Exactly.
and she wanted to stay, and essentially like he tried to grab her, and she slapped him,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
that would have shown, like, they should have left that in there because that would have shown why he felt so like strongly about that kind of stuff. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. Like, because we both. I think you sent me. Did you send me the YouTube video, or did I? I can't remember. But because the creators said, yeah, there's a whole scene where uh Echo was trying to get through to Jinx, and she slapped him. Blah, blah. I'm just like, and you took this out, mother. What? What is wrong with you? And like they had like it was gonna be like, oh, it was all one episode. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, no. The way that y'all described it, it was like 15 minutes. Like, come on
yeah,
now.
for real.
Like, you could have put that in there. It would have shown how close Echo and Jinx were, their relationship and everything, and it would have hit. It would have hit even harder because of how like Echo went to the alternate universe in episode 7. All those things would come rushing back and everything. We would have been like, oh, this would have been like how he wouldn't have, man.
Right, flashbacks. It could have been
Flashbacks.
like the flashbacks that they were doing in the beginning of the episodes in
Mm-hmm.
season 1, like
Yeah.
the flashback that they did of Victor with the little tugboat thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took me forever to realize that that little girl was Sky. Oh my gosh, I felt like a dumbass when I finally realized that.
Little girl.
So when he was doing that little tugboat, in the
Mm-hmm.
flashback, there was a
Uh-huh.
little girl standing on the top of a rock. That was Sky.
Oh,
It took me
snap.
forever to realize that. And I was like, I
Yo.
felt dumb.
How would you feel dumb? No. I don't think anybody could have caught that.
No, lots of people caught that, and I
Oh
was
well,
like,
dang. Looks like we both empty headed because I don't, man.
I only know because I be reading the comments intently, and then folks, all sorts of people was catching that, and I was
I
like,
mean, hey, that's damn. See, and this is what we mean by this is one of the best shows of all time. Like they thought of every single thing, just that they miscalculated on certain things. But this show is still a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Mm-hmm.
so I was watching episode 1 recently, right? And the scene
Of
where Vi
season 2.
season 1,
No.
and the scene where Vander sees Vi and Powder,
Mm-hmm.
and sees that their parents are dead. That shit
Mm-hmm.
hits harder, knowing that like
Mm-hmm.
he knows that he knew their
Yeah.
mom. Like
Exactly.
that shit went crazy. I was like,
For real. Cause and the fact that had he had the idea of naming her Powder, and the fact that
Violet.
no, Violet, I'm sorry. I like the name Violet.
Yeah, you're just like,
It's like damn.
that whole scene, that whole intro scene was actually really crazy because the
Mm-hmm.
score at the end of the bridge scene mixes with the beginning, which was the lullaby that Powder was singing when she walked up. And I was like,
Yes, sir.
and I was just like, oh
You
my
know I love
gosh.
musical scores. If you watch our channel, you know I love freaking music scores. I love soundtracks. That is music is a character. And
Yeah.
this show depicts it perfectly. I have to talk about not later on in the episode, of this one song that it sounds like Jinx. I'm gonna say it later on when we get to it, but they were calculated as hell with this. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was
Just watching the first episode, you're just like, yeah, I can understand why like Milo was the biggest one in her mind because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And she was just like, it just always shows that like early on they were really good at showing that she was intelligent and a good shot.
Yeah. Exactly.
And also this show is really good, really big with diegetic music. And just in case you don't know, diegetic music is music that starts off playing for the audience to hear and then goes for like the characters of the show to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, the show does that a lot. So quite often the show would do that. Like Enemy, the theme song of the show, uh they animated Imagine Dragons and they were playing Enemy in the show. So it's like quite often they'll be playing music that we the audience are hearing for people in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's diegetic music.
Heimerdinger's song too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say
Heimeldinger singer.
Heimerdinger's.
Heimerdinger, R.I.P. Heimerdinger,
Yeah,
my favorite characters.
I'm saying.
Heimerdinger song, Enemy,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, Get Jinxed,
Yeah.
because it was coming out of Savika's arm.
Mm-hmm.
She was it, she was listening to it in headphones one time.
Yeah.
Like Get Jinxed plays a lot, just
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Playground is one of the first songs
Yeah.
we actually hear. Because it went from playing in the show to playing in the bar. Um, and it's actually the name of the episode.
Mm.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That is one of my favorite parts of the show.
And this show is just they thought of everything. Like I don't like they thought of everything.
The song that the mom played, when
Oh
she was
yeah.
playing, like when she was telling Vander and Silco about about uh about being pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same song that was playing when Vander figured out that Vi was about to give herself up.
I didn't even catch that. I mean, I didn't catch my things, but damn. Now, see, now I have to rewatch season 1 now. I
And I saw something online that was like it's a good parallel for like when a family came together and a family being broken apart.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dang, like it's too much. Those are like the main things I wanted to bring up about season 1 though.
Yeah.
That was the main things I wanted. That was really the main things I wanted to bring up about season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Silco,
Mm.
I didn't really speak of Silco, but that scene made me think about Silco.
Which one?
The scene with the mom, the
Mm-hmm.
blisters and bedrock
This is a
scene.
bedrock. Yeah. They said the thing.
Silco's design. If you go back and you look at that scene, you look at Silco's design, everything that he's wearing right there. If you look at that design,
In the flashback.
yeah, he dresses a lot like the way that like Vi dresses in season 1. That jacket, the tape on the arms.
Yeah. I can see the parallel. Yeah.
Also, though, Wait for it. Wait for it. A lot of what he wears in that scene, Jinx wears it. That tape, she wears that tape on her body. She wears that tape on her body.
Yeah.
That
So,
thing that he has, that little thing, she wears it around her neck.
yo.
Yeah, and her hair. It shows that he does her hair because that little bang
The
that he got.
bang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that bang.
Yeah.
He
Yeah. Yeah.
gave
He
her
does.
the bang
Yeah.
in the braid like her mama.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sitting here staring at her hair, and I'm like, staring at his hair, and I'm like, wait, is that the same bang
Because it
as?
does. Yeah.
I'm sitting here staring at his
It
bang, like
it hits even harder.
exactly, because
It
I'm like,
hits even harder, man. Because you can like the perfect, like you said, the perfect analogy is how a family came together and now it broke apart. All
especially
three,
when they found that note.
exactly, because they were pretty much their uncle in a way. So, and mm,
They're basically like
uh,
Sirius Black or Remus Lupin to her.
oh, damn. Hmm. Mm. I just got to make a stank face. Mm. Mm.
For those of you who don't watch Harry Potter and didn't get that reference, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not.
You were one of those people for a
I
long
know. I
time.
know. I know. I admit it. I don't care. Yeah, that's a great analogy. Just
But not Peter Pettigrew. Never that.
nasty.
Anywho, yes, I just thought that was so fun in the
Flashback
outfits,
and outfits.
in the outfits and whatnot. Because how creative is that? And then
Too creative. I'm just kidding. You can't be too creative.
everybody's so creative. Anyway, Heimerdinger.
We're gonna say Heimerdinger.
His name
Heimerdinger.
gonna beat me up.
Heimerdinger. Y'all gonna get it.
Heimerdinger.
Mm-hmm.
Himple Popper.
No.
No, I just watch a YouTuber who calls him Himple Popper. Anyway, Heimeldinger. I was trying to.
If it's easier for you, you can
Heimeldinger.
say Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger,
Mm-hmm.
who is honestly the best and didn't deserve to die.
No. People are still saying that he might still be alive because his species never dies and he can get resurrected and all this other stuff. Either way, his death still hit. Like it either way. Like the song that he
His
played,
song was a bop.
his
His
song
song
is
was a bop.
his song is underrated in my opinion. Out of all the
It
soundtrack,
was underrated. It was underrated.
are people starting to love the song now? Because I was one of the very few people that when I heard it, I'm just like, this goes hard, and then people were
No,
talking crap on
it was going hard.
it. Okay, all right. Because to me, it was
To
underrated.
me, it was one of the best. It was one of the best.
Thank you, exactly. But I'm sorry, you were saying about Heimerdinger.
Heimeldinger is one of our unappreciated characters.
Mm-hmm.
He's unappreciated in his time, and I'm glad that he went to the alternate dimension and decided to do good there.
Yeah,
He will always be loved. I
yeah.
love Heimeldinger.
He's just one of those like feel good characters that's just
Yes,
he's
I love Heimeldinger.
he's like he feels like he's a pure soul. Like yeah, you know, he felt bad when it came to Jace and stuff.
You're trying to talk about Himple Popper.
Oh yeah. With Heimerdinger, yeah, he's just a pure soul, and shoot, I almost forgot my freaking lines. Not my lines, but my thoughts. Dang it.
Heimeldinger was a great guy. He was just trying to better the he was a little misguided, but he was trying
That's it.
to do what he thought was best. And like I said,
Yeah.
he was misguided, but he tried, and I'm glad he came
Yeah.
back to and did something good. He
Mm-hmm.
did something good when he came back to the other place,
Yeah, like he
to
realized
the
his
other dimension.
exactly. Like he realized his mistakes.
After he was
Like with
betrayed by a certain person who shall not be named.
Jace. I'ma say his name.
I
Yeah.
will remain a Jace hater. You know, some people be
Yeah.
like, well, you shouldn't hate Jace. Jace is the person who ended up saving. I will give credit
No,
where credit
no.
is
There is a
due.
difference. There is a difference. We can still not like somebody and still respect what they did.
Yes.
There is a difference. You
Yes.
can still hate a character. I need y'all to listen closely. You can
Yes.
still hate a character, but respect some of the actions that they have done.
Yes, I will.
If it's moral wise, yes, Jace did the right thing in the end, where he mollywopped Victor's being. He knew what he was doing. I'm one of the. I was one of the first people to be like, did I not say he better have a good freaking reason for this? And he did. He had a very good reason as to why he mollywopped Victor. So
You should have got him in the head. It's his fault for bad
exactly,
aim.
exactly. He pulled a Thor, ironically. So hey,
Like
respect,
what you shoot him
respect's due.
in the chest for. Stupid.
Exactly.
You thought that was gonna do it? It's probably because you got that big old hammer that you can barely carry.
But yeah, Jace is not that good of a character anyway. But like we said, but we were talking about Heimerdinger. He realized his past mistakes. He made right. He didn't want to try to invent hex tech in the alternate universe. He was there for like some years. So
He didn't want to try to invent Hextech in the regular his
exactly,
own
exactly.
universe.
He didn't want to do. He
He
realized he
said
was like, yeah, nah,
no.
I ain't doing nothing of this. I'm not doing none of this because
He said
because
no.
Heimerdinger is one of the first people to be like, yeah, I don't know if you want to do that, bro. Nah,
He
we
said
have some
no.
history. We had some history in the past, and what did Jace do? He did it anyway. He did it anyway.
Well,
And even to
let's
me, Heimerdinger.
let's keep it a buck. Victor is the one that
I was
encouraged
about to
him
say,
Jace
Victor
was
too.
about to hop up off the cliff, and Jace
Yeah,
said, "Well, actually, am I interrupted something? You should have interrupted. You shouldn't have interrupted. You should have just let him hop off." Which is probably why I'm just gonna theorize right here real quick. Which is probably why Jace ended up in a different dimension than our other two boys ended up in. Um, Jace does not exist in the dimension that they ended up in because Jace hopped off that cliff.
I can see
Jace
that
no
there.
longer,
I can see that there.
Jace is dead in that dimension. If
Yeah.
Vi died in the explosion, right,
So did
from the tip that Little Man gave them or
so did
Echo gave them,
so did Jace.
well,
No.
not necessarily.
No.
Jace got in trouble.
That's right.
It's that same job. Jace got in
Yeah.
trouble. Jace
Mm-hmm.
got expelled. So Jace either got banished or or he hopped off that cliff.
Yep. So
So
yeah, it makes sense.
Jace is not in that dimension.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So Jace ain't there.
right.
That's
I'm
why
a.
Jace. Because when I was first watching it, I was like, why isn't Jace there though? If Heimeldinger is there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it makes sense since Jace it was Jace's apartment,
Mm-hmm.
it would have made sense.
Yeah.
It would have made all the sense in the world. Everything is lining up. It all happens.
Oh yeah.
Everything comes at a
It's
price.
it's all coming together.
Yeah, that was crazy. In this dimension, there's no Vi. She's
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, and they made it made sense as to why she wasn't there. Echo gave the tip, all this other stuff.
Hmm.
It wasn't like a senseless act. It was just kept along with the story.
And if you watch that episode,
Mm-hmm.
she was the last one out.
Yeah.
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 There was that big explosion and she was the last one out of there. So it did look like when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, I see why it would make sense if she would be the one that because like she was the last one out and it was like it was a delay when she runs out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense if she was the one that got caught in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really impressed. They thought out a lot of it. There's some stuff in there where you're just like, I don't know, I don't know, but for the most part, I like it, and I had a good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think that I think a little bit of setup for the Noxus one could have been done, but
Mm.
just a little bit, and I don't even mean like a lot.
Like
I
by a
mean
little bit, do you mean
like a
t-
little like a little droplet.
like a couple minutes or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
yeah,
still deserved another episode in the last season.
yeah.
And
Just so we could have a little bit more attention on Echo and Jinx,
yeah,
because there was a lot more. Because there was more scenes of. I know there were supposed to be more scenes of him telling her about what happened in the other dimension, and that was supposed to help be the reason why she like
so that scene would have been more. It would have been. Yeah, it would have been longer by him keeping on like reversing time, and we could have seen his actual.
not even that, like what's keeping her alive is the fact of knowing that like she's not all evil essentially, like there's a part of her that like that's good essentially.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, there would have been more dialogue in that scene.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So as he's keep on trying to do it, he's trying to get through to her rather than him saying that one liner and then you see the side eye of Jinx and then it goes straight into the battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been great. See, come on, Arcane,
Yeah,
come on.
just one more episode really would have given
Yeah,
us more
man,
time.
that would have been perfection. Mwah. Still is mwah, but it doesn't have that mwah. Okay,
Yeah,
like
because it would have,
just
and then it would have given us like them after that would have given us them getting together to getting ready together,
yeah.
getting ready together basically,
Mm-hmm.
getting the blimp together,
Yeah.
getting painting each other's outfits, doing each other's hair, that kind of stuff. And it basically would have mirrored them doing the other experiment in episode 7.
Exactly. It would have, man. Oh, damn. And it would have been only 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. That's all you need. And it was the last episode, so you could have let it all back. You could have let it all go
Yeah, for real.
free
They could
running,
have just
man.
let that episode be 2 hours.
People wouldn't have been complaining. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think people would have been complaining.
Nah,
An hour 15, maybe hour 20.
an
Simple.
hour 40. Like folks would have been like watching that. Like folks would have been like, "Dang, this episode is a movie." Oh well.
And honestly, it would have been a really good ending. Like, it would have been one of the best endings. It would have a good ass send off for like pretty much the next generation of what they're gonna do. Like you said, the Noxians would have been
Yeah, they
Probably
could have
going.
had a 5-10 minute clip for the Noxus one. That shit.
I got an idea. They could have done like an end credit scene for the Noxian stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like end credit Noxian scene, like maybe like just a couple minutes, and then boom, and then
That's
that's
what I'm
it.
saying. Like if they
On some
had that, and
Marvel.
then you're like, yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
what did we get? Just Mel just standing
Taking over.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, but that's not telling me if I want to watch it. And I watched the trailer and I'm like, this looks cool, but like, also, there's a chick that just turned into a spider over here. Did you watch it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, a chick turned into a spider. And
Mm-mm.
I made that face and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Midnight One
The
CK
animation was
times.
cool though.
Of course it is. It's
No,
Arcane.
you should watch it. You should watch it.
No, I am. Well, I
Yeah.
am. I just didn't have time to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to.
Yeah.
But
It was cool. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just say that.
yeah.
Caitlyn was definitely a fun character this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Caitlyn, I really enjoy our morally gray characters. I really enjoy that usually everybody is morally gray. Like especially in arguments.
Yeah.
It's like everybody has a point.
Exactly. Exactly. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what makes the show so great. Like you said,
Yeah.
it. People have gray area ideas. Just like I don't like. That's a good point. I don't like. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point too. Damn it, this is good. I can't pick.
Yeah.
Like
As
yeah,
I say,
Caitlyn
Jace for all his faults has had points. Yeah. Jace is usually
towards the
on
latter
my
season,
lower list. Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
latter
Jace
of the second season.
Yeah, Jace has always been on my like lower list, especially in his arguments. Because like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like,
Not gonna lie, it pissed me off when he put him straight into that hex tech bubble cocoon. I was like, damn it. Nah, he didn't put him in there. It was a result of him putting the hex tech thing in Victor. I'm like, alright, bro. And you didn't. Come on now. And get surprised when Victor says, our time is done, and then leaves. Anyway, talking about morally gray.
their nation. How we feeling?
Hey, they did. I'm sorry, we were talking about Caitlyn and Jason and everything.
Yeah, Caitlyn.
Yeah,
My favorite character is always going to be Victor. Victor
Victor.
is my favorite character. Caitlyn, knowing that she came from my girl from Harry Potter,
Ah,
but
yeah.
like, uh, um I feel like Caitlyn is like a strong, like strong third.
So you have Victor. Who's your second? Jinx.
No,
Who's your second?
Echo.
Okay. And then you have Caitlyn.
Then it's Jinx. I'm
I
sorry.
was about to
I'm
say.
sorry, Caitlyn. Then it's Jinx. Then
I was
it's
about,
Caitlyn.
I'm about to say. I'm like,
Then it's Vi.
yeah. For me, it's pretty similar. I don't actually don't. I don't give a. Caitlyn's cool. I mean, yeah.
I really like Caitlyn.
Caitlyn's a badass. When we're talking about badass female characters, that was just a good portrayal of it. Caitlyn and Vi.
But
Like, come on now. For me, it is hard between Victor and Echo for me. I'm not gonna lie. I even have Echo as my freaking Netflix like icon. Like,
that's funny because I have Jinx as mine.
I'm gonna say Victor. See, that's my thing. Like we were talking about gray characters, gray GREY, not great, but gray characters. When it came to Victor, like you thought that he was gonna be good. He was like pretty much the messiah of everybody, like touching and healing everybody.
Victor Jesus.
Exactly.
I knew it was gonna be some bad
Like
Jesus stuff. I
yeah,
knew it was
because
gonna be
I had a feeling too, and the way that they did it, it was phenomenal. Because just like
the hive mind thing.
yes, like kind of like absorbed with power and everything. And when he that transition of like the wolf mask and everything combining
Oh
with
yeah, that was kind of
Victor,
hard.
I was like,
The
you ain't right.
design
You ain't right. But you badass. You were badass.
was
Like,
smooth.
like and his
Smooth.
and I'm not gonna lie, I love eyes when they when they glow in certain shows when it's done right. And
Mm-hmm.
his eye when this and then glowed, perfect. But yeah, that was Victor is definitely gonna be a turn for the worse. I was like, you think you can heal everybody, and now it ain't gonna be looking too
Yeah, the
good.
whole Victor Jesus thing
Yeah,
was
Victor
crazy.
Jesus, Victor Messiah, like I feel you, bro, but like nah, that is not the way. This is not the way. Mm-mm. Um,
Yeah, as soon as he started showing the whole hive mind thing,
yep, he's cooked. He's done for. I'm like,
I
yep,
was like,
ain't no going back. And when he gave Jace just that one change, he's like, I thought we could do better, Jace. All right, let's get the army. I'm like, damn, couldn't have. That was that hive mindset.
yeah. He
But
was like, you could do well on this commune. I was like, on this commune, sir.
that sounds a bit dictatorish.
Well, it didn't
Commune,
sound.
not
I did.
dictatorish, but
Well,
like
it didn't sound dictatorish. I mean, the commune
not.
looked nice. I mean,
Yeah, I was
for
about yeah,
fun, it looked nice.
it
I
was
mean,
it
the
was
air looked clean. They had
yeah.
fresh fruit. I
They had
mean,
Fiji water, everything.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
Man had
them
Fiji
fruit,
water, Evian. It looked like they had bubbly, buble.
the fruits look nice and juicy and everything. Like everybody was
Yeah,
all healthy, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay. But
You
when,
had Jace about to.
mm-hmm, I was like,
Wait,
oh,
let me bleep that out.
I
You
was about
had
to say
you had
he was about to off.
eliminate
Jason was
another
about to
child.
off. He was about to delete a child.
Yeah, again, his favorite sport,
His
his
Olymp-
favorite pastime,
his Olymp-
eliminating children.
he has a gold medal in that. Again, we respect what Jace did, but still he on the bottom of our list.
And then got scared after he eliminated the first child. It's like,
Yeah,
sir, it's war. That's what I was trying to tell you.
exactly. You weren't
It's
listening.
like,
Your hard head.
yeah. Now you about to open fire on another one.
And even when in the crowd scene when they were having like not Vi, Caitlin's mom's funeral, but also a speech from Mel,
Mm-hmm.
that made sense. Like when she said, "This is for my child," and sliced his back, I was like, I mean,
I wasn't
I
mad at it.
I would have done the same
It really
thing.
shows their privilege, though. I just want to say it really shows their privilege, though, because
Mm-hmm.
like I'm watching and like they were like it shows. We did every like security check or whatever, but it was like y'all let somebody in that had their full face covered and did not
I was
even like peek through. Y'all ain't even trying to
exactly.
like
They didn't look under. They didn't look like, huh? No,
y'all
they was
looked
like,
at the invitation. Y'all ain't even search why that person's face was covered.
yeah. And people might say, oh well, because they look in royalty. Man, hell no! Shut up. Nah, you
I'm
have
like,
a
y'all
full
been
face.
attacked by
Y'all
people who y'all are calling radicals. That means you need to radically be checking these people.
y'all had a whole January 6th event, and you're not checking every single person. You're just saying, oh yeah, here's the event again. No, what we doing here? So yeah, this is a great representation of
The privilege.
privilege. Yeah, like yeah,
That
hierarchy at its
was your
finest.
privilege. If all of them people were allowed to get in, that was y'all's privilege. That was not just Ambessa helping y'all. That was
Exactly,
y'all's privilege.
exactly.
All
Exactly.
Ambessa had to do was get y'all the invitations.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was glad when her helper guy got taken out because
I was so
he was
happy.
extra. He was so extra.
He was
If
man.
his helper guy, I don't know his name.
I'm gonna just call him Mohawk dude.
Yeah, the big guy.
He looked like a Clash of Clans animation person
He
character.
was
You remember
he
that
was big
game?
and hairy.
Yeah, you
I
remember that?
don't play games.
No, but like it was like Clash of Clans, like on an iPhone game and stuff, like on the App Store.
Oh,
He looked like
I
one of
know what you're
them.
talking about. I
Yeah,
know
he
what you're
looked like
talking
one of
about.
them characters, just a buff steroid uh, version of him.
Yeah, he was
He was annoying as hell to me. I was so happy when he
just
got
eating
thrown.
people up for no reason. Oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
man.
When Isha freaking got on, I was like, no, please don't kill the little girl. Please don't off the little girl. No, she's so sweet. And he threw her. I was like, yeah, I can't wait for your demise.
I was
And you know what's crazy? I thought he was off. I thought he was deleted when Vander threw him through the window. He was still alive. I'm like, I gotta give props to him. He
he
was
was he
he was
was
holding on for dear life. He was like, nah, I'm a for Mbessa. I was like, and
he had to go.
when he got torn to shreds by
Warwick.
Vander, I mean, yeah, do I
Yeah,
call him
that's his
Vander?
name.
Warwick,
It's
yeah,
Warwick.
yeah, Warwick. I was like, in the fashion that he got it when he was pretty much about Warwick Vander, however the hell, was about to like pretty much explode, and Warwick was clawing him. I'm just like, yes, yes.
He hit that "Don't touch my daughter." I was
Don't
like,
touch my
period,
daughter. I was like,
period.
I'm like, yeah, you don't touch nobody. Yeah.
Can't touch nobody with no hands,
Mm-hmm. Or limbs.
with no
Or limbs.
fingers,
No, nothing. You just
with no
the
fingers.
you just SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, when he was eating his own hands.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I was talking about my ranking. See y'all, this is just pretty much we just random a little bit. Okay, it's a tie between Victor and Echo. So I can go either one or
Victor
two.
Nation.
Victor
How we
Nation.
feeling?
Then I have Jinx.
The guy who was in who voice is Victor. Victor
Mm-hmm.
was in Game of Thrones.
Never watched it, but that's cool.
Neither have I, but I just know he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think Jinx is my third, and I guess fourth would be. I don't know why, but Heimeldinger has a certain place in my heart, man.
I love my boy. He's my honorable mention.
Like it's a tie between him and Vi, but like, cause Vi's a badass.
Love her.
At the same time, Heimeldinger is just a kind soul. Like when he was running through them vents, I was just like, bro, what do you? And Echo,
Get a Heimeldinger plushie. I gotta get a Heimeldinger plushie.
like,
But I feel like that would scare me in the middle of the night. The way his face is set
I'm
up.
about to say because it looked like two. It's just like, ah. Yeah, the silhouette of Heimeldinger ain't.
Yeah.
You could see.
I should get Heimldinger's pet. His pet.
What happened to the pet, man? What happened
Well,
to it?
he got kicked out of his status because of Jace, and he just moved on and started tutoring Echo. So he was
No,
hanging
I'm
out in the
talking.
understudy.
Oh, okay.
Did I say understudy or undercity? I meant to say understudy, but I feel like I said understudy.
You did. I missed that dang pet, man. That was a cute ass pet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my top four. I guess I'll put Heimeldinger as my fourth for now.
It
Yeah,
was so cute when he
because
was
he's
like when they
underrated.
were trying to sneak back in to the
Yeah, that's
council
what I
and
was
all this.
saying. Yeah,
It
and he
was
was running through
like
the vent. Just like he's just like shh. Just like Echo's just like, bro,
what are you
you
doing?
own this. Like,
Don't
yeah.
you basically own this whole place? And
He's
he
like,
was like,
no. I mean, he's like, shh. It's more. He's just pretty much just like,
yeah, and he
I'm
was
having
just doing
fun.
flips and stuff. Like I was
Yeah.
like loving that. That was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think Hamading is my fourth because he's like underrated and he's just like a kind soul, man. Like, Vi is, you know, it depends on my mood, but for right now, Heimerdinger is my fourth. So respect to Kate.
Oh, and at the end of the show, Vi got the cloud tattoos that Jinx
Jinx
has.
has.
Hmm.
Where was it?
I think they were on her. I think they were on her back, but I'd have to look again. I just
Oh,
remember
okay.
seeing that she got them.
Yeah. Oh, and little Easter egg. You know this, but I don't think the viewers know. Echo's sword is pretty much a part of the clock tower when he busts through. So as that green thing, Echo, that's why I gotta say Echo is my favorite, man. Because
Echo is the best. He's
if
the
without
best.
Echo,
He's the boy
ain't
savior.
boy savior. Like, and I like how a lot of people on social media are like saying Miles Morales and Echo, they're pretty much the two of the same. And I'm just like, yes, this is what I like. Yes. But yeah.
And I like going back in the show and seeing how often you can see Caitlyn's eye covered up. How often, and it's pretty often you can see her eye, like when she's talking to Jinx through the jail cell, her eye is covered
Oh
up.
yeah,
There's a
with
couple
the
of other times, yeah.
yeah.
But like, yeah, you can see quite often that her eye is covered up.
Yeah, that's cool. Man. Just if y'all haven't watched Arcane, man, please, please, please do. This is just
The Macbeth reference in the beginning is also a reference to her losing her eye as well.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, this it's this, and then also it causes the shadow to the crown, and it's that's a Macbeth reference.
Nice.
Because that's like a one of the covers to Macbeth. Anyway, yes, yes. Like I said, there's several, and I think they zoom in on it like once, and she's covering only one of her eyes.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that though. Don't quote me on that one.
I haven't seen Macbeth since high school, so I barely remember
I've
it.
only ever read Macbeth. I've never actually like seen.
I think I went to a play about it, or I went to a play for it.
But I've only ever read the play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, and then you have Echo, and his thing goes back 4 seconds, and everybody's in white pajamas. No one's ever explained that one to me. Why is everybody in white pajamas in the theme song?
Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. What the hell?
Why is everybody in white pajamas?
Damn. Yeah.
Does the theme song seem a little bit slower in season 2?
It is. It is.
It is. Okay.
It's a different rendition than the first one because I listened to both of them back to back.
Okay. I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose.
See, I was like, does it sound like every time I would turn the show on, I'm like, this shit sounds slower. I was like, it sounds like it's going slower. I was,
Yeah. It has more like drums to
sound. And I was like, yeah,
it.
it sounds slower. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it sounds slower. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
It is.
I just be listening to it. I'm like, and one time I just listened to the whole thing. A couple times I listened to like the whole thing, and I'm like, no, it definitely sounds like it's slower.
Yeah. So like,
I'm not crazy.
yeah, I'm not. I know. I have a feeling. I have a feeling why they did it because they want to match the feeling of the second season. And like that's why love music sound. I love music when it comes to movies, soundtracks, because pretty much season one is gearing you up for the second season, and the first season is just normal pace, everything like that. But how they filmed or how they made the second season, it's more thought out, it's tactical, everything like that. And how they make the soundtrack of it, they knew what they were doing. If you're a good freaking artist, if you know what the hell you're doing, and you know that music is a character in a freaking, I'm trying not to cuss, in a freaking show or movie, you know how to make the audience feel that freaking music. Because when Gabby just said, I know I ain't tripping, that's what they want. That's what they wanted people to feel. They were just like, huh, nah. And then how they have the different type of intro and different they how do I put it? They made certain chords longer in the intro of the second season. It was just phenomenal. And I also had to listen back to back because I'm just like, because after the first like 2 episodes, I was like, I'm not tripping. So I listened to both of them back to back. I'm like, yeah. It's just music is a phenomenal character in film and in TV in general. Just how when you I don't know why they're in white pajamas. That's just weird to me.
Yeah, the white pajamas is weird.
That was weird as hell. But yeah, how they lengthened different chords, and it feels more emotional too, and you're feeling more emotional in the second season too. Almost makes it feel more captivating in a way, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer the second season's version more than the original.
Yeah, I think I did too. It had a lot. It
Because
had a lot going on.
it was like the right pace for it. Yeah. Victor, man, just damn. We were all rooting for you. Then you had to become a freaking messiah.
Victor Nation, how we feeling?
Yeah.
Victor just tends to be one of my favorite characters, just
Yeah.
because I just enjoy him. I really enjoyed watching Victor's fall from grace. It was amazing.
And you know what's crazy? Even though it's a fall from grace, you still have that gray area where it's just like, I see what you were trying to do, bro. I see what you're trying to do, but it was just a bad look. It was just a bad look. He might be.
It was just you saw that he cared about the glorious evolution.
Mm-hmm. The
And
glorious
the people who
evolution.
played the people who played the game couldn't wait for him to say that, because that's like one of his main things that like his character says.
Yeah.
And like that thing that was on his head, like that's his
Mm-hmm.
like final,
That's his
that's
final
his like final
form.
design. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they were like really excited to see him look like that. So I was
Yeah.
like, wow, because like when that shit popped up on his head, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, first of all, that was amazing animation. That
Badass.
shit happened in one swoop. I was like,
Transitions were on point because and how they
Victor.
do it is how they freaking do it. This is why I want to be in cinematography and everything. I'm sorry.
Victor was looking creepy. I'm over here
Yeah,
twirling my hair like he was looking fine. No, he was looking creepy.
looking creepy as hell with all the astrology symbols and stuff around his head, haloing. I was
I was
like,
like,
this is badass, creepy
yeah,
but badass,
it was.
man. How they introduced Victor's final form too, because he was. This is why Victor is probably the most.
It was like one of the most complex characters.
Thank you. I was trying to find a word. Most complex characters in the entire show. Might be like because maybe in the animated show in general. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take, but maybe I have recency bias. But how he was going from helping people, helping Vander Warwick, especially him trying to help him and everything, him telling the scientists, but the doctor, he's just a man. I was like, that hit. And then you see him burning pretty much Vander's memories, and you have that little montage of playing with Vi and all the crew and everything, and then the final image you see is Vander pretty much slowly burning away, and it's transitioning Victor's face into Warwick's face, and you go boom, and you just see the eyes, and it goes like this. I was like, this is art. This is the depiction of freaking art, man.
Yeah, facts.
This is the pure. This is what all of us who aspire to make TV shows, films, just art in general. This is the pure depiction of it, man. You have emotional. You have an emotional tie to it. You see the depiction of it as well, and then it goes. You see character development right before your eyes, and it's smooth. It's not. It's not edgy. It's not. You know. It hits home. It hits home, and you see a final form, and once you see that image of Victor's face looking like the evil Messiah, you know he's done. There's no more Victor anymore. There's only that version of him.
Until we knocked that crap off his face.
Until you see
Until
a
we
crack in the
saw our
mask.
Victor.
You
Until
see
we
a crack
saw
in the
that
mask.
boy Victor. It's like we saw
Victor.
our sick boy back in there. It's like, yeah, you still that sick little boy. We still know you, Victor.
Mm-hmm.
We still
Exactly.
know you, Victor. We still know you.
Mm-hmm. Then he wanted.
Anywho.
Then him and Jace wanted to turn into the Yin Yang twins, and then boom, that was it.
Adorable. Adorable. That was adorable.
Yeah.
I'm glad Jace decided to stay with Victor.
Exactly.
It's like, this is partially your mess too. Help clean it up.
Exactly.
Sir.
I was just like,
help
yes,
clean it up.
Yes, good. Get
Grab
away
him
from
up.
here.
Help clean it up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is partially your mess. You should have destroyed this long time ago. He asked you to destroy it long time ago.
Yep. Yep. So
y'all should have never mind.
But
if we get into how they should have actually destroyed this shit long time ago.
Yeah. We really want to go into a deep dive of it in season 1. But hey, we're not gonna get into that.
This is gonna be crazy. But I wasn't a big fan of the Warwick, the Vander's plotline. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah. What didn't you like?
Everything. I just wasn't a big fan. I was like, oh, Vander's still alive.
Yeah, I think it's because
I was like, okay.
I feel like because at first, like people were saying, "Oh yeah, that's Vander. That's not Vander. That's Vander," and I'm like, I could see it being Vander, but I think because they didn't spend enough time trying to heal him, and when they tried to, it was already too late. Pretty much, if they would have like started it from like when Victor first got there, and maybe all that tied together, and they found Victor and took him to Victor. They found Vander and brought him to Victor. Sorry, y'all. It might have worked out a little bit more. We probably could have seen a little bit more of Vander in, you know, in that sense of like, you know, him coming out of the shell rather than just seeing his eyes or, you know, don't touch my daughter, even though it was captivating. They probably should have maybe had more time to get Vander out, because it would have probably hit. I think it would have hit even more if they actually brought Vander out and you could hear him actually talk and, like, you know, have a little bit more dialogue versus those little one-liners or a little like look. Um yeah, probably yeah. But at the same time, I don't think it would have hit as hard. Um it wouldn't have hit as hard if it was like a regular schmegular like Wolf or something, like a random person, I feel like. Plus Isha taking out Vander too is kind of like almost like Powder taking out uh
Yeah.
Vander as well. Kind of had that kind of parallel. Um but yeah, I see what you mean though. But yeah, maybe if they, like I said, had all that time. I don't think it was terrible.
Sorry if y'all can hear that, by the way. So, do you have any last remarks? Did we leave any characters out? Any important characters?
No, I mean,
Did we talk about
uh,
Mel?
I was
Yeah.
about to say Mel. She had one of the best character transformations.
Oh yeah, her character
Costume
design was.
wise, I mean, design wise, it was just phenomenal. Gold
But she
accents.
definitely didn't get enough time.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I feel like she did and she didn't. I feel like for this season, I mean, I'm glad that they took more time out from Mel rather than us just seeing her get sucked into the Black Rose, and then her actually like having more dialogue of why her mom is acting the way she is and all this other stuff. And you see a little transformation, and you also see her using it in the fight. I mean, in the war or
Yeah.
whatever. I like that. Um, at the same time, like you said, of the Noxians, if they had a little bit of the end credit of the last episode of that little background, that would have probably set it over the top. And by over the top, I mean in a good way, not in a bad way, because you
Yeah.
can go over the top and it can ruin a character or ruin the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mel, to me, I feel like she might have had the smoothest transformation, in my opinion.
Caitlyn. Let me come back to Caitlyn. I didn't talk enough about Caitlyn. I didn't really talk about Caitlyn. I love Caitlyn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Her transformation this season was great. Love the eye patch. Honestly, it's a look.
Power
It's honestly
yeah.
the and honestly, Dictator Kate was pretty fire. It was something.
And that's what that's what the gray area of characters, like, of her part of her arc was, you know, hey, because it makes sense. Like, y'all got to realize too, these are like still like young adults. These are teenagers. Like
Yeah.
y'all got to remember that. Like, these aren't
Yeah.
like full-fledged adults. These are young adults / teens that grew up in these types of like war times and like battles and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So the fact that, of course, Caitlyn losing her mom, you know, seeing her first love, you know, like switch up like that. I mean, it
Or
makes
what
sense.
she feels like was switching up when
Yeah,
like she was kind of the one switching up.
exactly. Like, but it makes sense considering, like, you know, she like what, 20, 21, 22. Like, I mean, I've never lost a parent, thank God. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah. I don't blame her. Like, you can't blame a character, you can't blame a kid losing their parent and they just go off the deep end. It would be different if it was like she was a full-fledged adult having kids and stuff, and then she losing her parent. That would be different. But
And she grew up in a privileged area with both
exactly,
parents.
exactly.
Whereas Vi grew up in
the gutter.
in,
In the
with
gutter.
with a single, not her parent, raising her,
Yeah,
with an adoptive
father
parent.
figure.
Yeah,
But
right,
and
raising her.
even and after that, she only knew him for like what 12 years. Like, well, maybe it was like 15. I don't know.
Well, yeah, she was what, 8 when they? No, not 8. She might have been 10 when they.
When her
So
parents, her
when
parents,
they
her parents passed
passed when she
away
was about 10.
about 10. So she probably, I'm gonna say
They were about
eight-ish.
15. Yeah.
So yeah, she was. I think yeah, she was about 8, and then when Vander got deleted, she was like maybe 15, 16. So she dealt with a lot of loss at a young age.
Yep.
So, but yeah, going back to Caitlyn's arc,
Yes.
it was.
Caitlyn, so cool.
Mhm.
Honestly, Dictator Kate, kind of badass,
She was
honestly.
badass when she walked
The
into that room with.
gloves, the cape, the
Yeah,
cape was a look.
yeah, not. And when she wheeled that sniper, like boom, and you saw what the hell is that squirrel, that chipmunk's name? What the hell is her name? Missy, whoever, the girl that had the. Thank you for
Oh,
your
the
warmth.
raggedy.
Yeah, the raggedy bitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
the raggedy bitch. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
She will only be known as raggedy bitch
yeah,
because I was
yeah,
getting there.
yeah,
That's Maddie. The
yeah.
raggedy bitch
Maddie,
is
Missy,
Maddie.
and same. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Like
oh, yeah. That
yeah,
raggedy bitch.
yeah. She
Mm.
that would.
I don't blame her for choosing up and taking on the raggedy bitch, but yes.
Yeah, still. Well, nobody
Mm.
knew she was a raggedy bitch, but
Oh, I knew when I saw that raggedy bitch at her bed. I already knew. How you gonna walk up on by? Roll with me now, people. She walked up on Vi when Vi was all passed out on the sidewalk, right? And was like, "Oh yeah," and she was like hyping
you're a
Vi
legend.
up for
You're a
whatever.
legend.
Yeah, you're a legend among us enforcers and whatnot. She over here hyping Vi up, gassing her up and whatnot.
Yeah, and then yeah, nah, yeah. I was, yeah, yeah,
When
and
you think
then
about that, think
yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's Two Face.
Think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this.
Two Face. Yeah, it's
She
Two Face.
gassed her up.
And to take her girl. Yeah, it was Two Face. Yeah,
Unnecessary. Like you a
yeah.
spy and you gassed her. Like
I mean, a
you a
part of
spy
being.
and you took her girl.
A part of being a spy is, I mean,
Being Two Face. That's not what I'm talking about. You a spy and you took my girl. Yo, unnecessary.
yeah. No, that was messed
The
up.
Mr. Steal Your Girl part was not part of the job.
Yeah. Um.
And Bessa did not tell you to steal my girl. That was not part of the job.
We told you to infiltrate,
And
not sleep
Bessa
with her.
came in here and said you don't need to be sleeping with me. And Bessa is against this.
Yep. You lucky Mbessa knew the knew the layer. Yeah, you knew Mbessa was just let's just stay the course. This is a hiccup, but I mean we're just staying the course. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, when
She
Caitlyn
is
walked in,
raggedy.
she
She
was
is
raggedy
raggedy,
bitch.
just like her ends.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, when
the
Kayla
disrespect.
walked in with the raggedy bitch, Vi, and Vander lookalike, I was like, yeah, this
Oh,
is what
Loris, that's his name.
Loris. Thank you. I was trying to figure out his
Yeah.
freaking name for the longest.
Too many characters that don't talk. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
I mean he talked a little bit, but then yeah, yeah he talked.
When?
He talked when
To
he talked
whom?
to Vi multiple times, to Vi when she woke up, to when he was telling when he was about to launch the missile towards the sphere. He was talking. It wasn't much. They were like at the most he said like 2 lines at a time. Well, no, he didn't say 2 lines at a time. He said like 3 lines when he was talking to Vi when she woke up from the battle between Mbessa and them. But yeah, no, he
Okay.
talked a little. Yeah.
I barely remember that, but okay. Anyway, moving forward.
But
Yes,
yeah,
Loris. Okay.
yeah, Loris and all them
Timu.
Vi. You said what? Timu.
Timu Vander.
I'm not gonna give him Timu. I'm gonna give him like
Honey
Kroger.
Vander.
What?
Honey.
Honey Band. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Honey Vander.
Or you could do Harvey's.
I'm not gonna disrespect Loris. Like Loris wasn't that bad. Nah, you when you Piggly Wiggly and Harvey's and Food Depot versions of people, you are not good. Loris was good. I'm gonna say Kroger version of Vander. Vander is
Kroger has
Publix.
good.
Kroger is Loris. I mean Loris is Kroger.
I like Kroger brand stuff. See, I like Kroger brand stuff.
No, yeah, Kroger is good. It's solid, but it's not on Publix level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Aldi.
Wait, I like Aldi brand.
No, I'm about to say I like all. Dang,
Aldi's
no.
so
Actually, Aldi is on Publix brand is on Publix level. So
like, wait
yeah,
a second.
okay, yeah.
Except for chips, don't buy no chips from Aldi.
No, you don't buy chips from Aldi. Anyway, Caitlyn's pretty much aura phenomenal in that scene. Where she was pretty much putting her foot down, and she said, "You either gonna get with us, or you can shut up." Talking to that addict. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I know he had some trauma with him and everything like that, but he was still like a POS. He's still that blonde dude. Like I understand.
He was addicted.
But yeah, privilege
I
at
forgot
his
what his
finest.
what was his name? Solo.
I don't know.
Cralo. Colo.
I don't know. Coca-Cola. I don't know.
I forgot what his name was.
Yeah,
That's because he was irrelevant to me.
I was about to say nobody cared. Honestly,
somebody really pointed out though that like, and notice how the top side doesn't have any disability areas. They don't have no. Yeah. I was like, dang, bro.
That's how privileged.
That's crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Sucks for him.
Yep.
That's mean.
I mean, I mean, he's lucky that Victor healed him.
I've mind.
Yeah, but yeah, Caitlyn, one of the most badass characters. Another.
Yeah, Caitlyn was badassery. Again, I was really messing with the gloves and the trench coat. That was
fine. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted that out. I was messing with that outfit. I'm just like, hey, she rocking that hat and the cape. She just like, yeah, welcome.
And when she put her hair up into a ponytail, that was sexy. Yeah, Caitlyn was rocking that.
Yeah.
I support Kate Vi, which honestly, I don't know why they call them Kate Vi, but it should be violin.
Yeah, I like that better. That's violin. Yeah, that's even better. That's way better. Whoever called up Kate Vi, I'm just like, no.
That's like their official ship name, which it should be violin. I'm here on out calling them violin.
Yeah, I'm on the violin ship, on the violin train as well. You know how much of a badass you have to be to realize, I gotta lose my eye for this. Screw it. Dang.
Oh yeah. I was just hoping. It's crazy. That scene 2 minutes earlier, I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if I'm just sitting here watching the show by myself and I just said out loud, wouldn't it be crazy if Maddie was like a bad person? And then I said,
and you called it.
I said, right? I said if Maddie was a bad person, and then I said, and Caitlyn died. And then like that whole scene just happened. And I was like, the way I just screamed, I was gobsmacked. bruh, the way I like paused the TV and threw the remote was like,
Yeah, exactly.
because
Yeah,
ain't no way. Because I had to,
yeah. Messy, messy, messy.
because I had to hit him with the "you raggedy bitch," because ain't nobody asked for that.
I like how
I know.
every reaction I see to that scene, it's all the same. Like this raggedy bitch. Oh, you mother. Oh, this. Like it's all the
Because
same
nobody.
because nobody
It's that
knew.
scene and the scene where she pop up in the bed because you just like this.
Yeah, yeah.
This raggedy bitch did not.
I was stunned. I was like, oh, this
The
is what we
woman
doing
was too
now? Oh,
stunned to speak. It's
okay.
like
Yeah, it's yeah.
who, who. When she popped up in the bed, I was like,
Yeah.
Caitlin, ma'am,
Out of all the people,
you got Vi out here screaming her feelings, punching them out, drowning them in alcohol, and
she drowning. She
and
drowning.
then you got Kate drowning them in another person, and you just like, that's kind of a power move. I'm not gonna lie to you. And like Kate is kind of higher on the list than Vi. I'm just
Yeah.
yeah, she a powerful woman. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, she was a general. She got promoted to general, so she had to do general things, and generals be general. Then, so
They hit that.
yeah,
One thing that keeps getting pointed out to me is the first person to endorse
it
Ambessa's
was
like
Missy,
yeah,
Maddie. I keep on calling her Missy. Damn. Yeah,
yeah, it was her.
Messy Maddie, whatever the hell.
And Messy Maddie is going to be her name.
Messy Maddie. So yeah,
Yeah,
she did.
with her
Yeah, I
uneven
know.
haircut.
I noticed that she got the coconut
Yeah,
head freaking haircut. Yeah, I know. No,
yeah,
I
she the
noticed
first
that.
one that did it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So Caitlyn is definitely on the list of strong female characters that's portrayed portrayed well. Vi's on that list as well. But yeah, man,
Jinx is on
Mel
that
is on
list too,
Jinx. Pretty much all the freaking female characters on this and the main characters
and
are
they're all
all on
strong
that
in
list.
different ways. They're all strong in
Exactly.
different.
That's
Mel
the
is
beauty of
cunning
it.
and smart.
Yep.
Like Bella's cunning, she's smart. And now she's a
Nah.
mage, so she's strong and like and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Jinx is smart,
Smart.
but she's
Yeah.
also like a good shot, and she's a good fighter too.
She's she's an inventor too.
Yeah,
She's
that's
underrated
why I
as
was
that.
putting it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant when I was saying she's smart. She's a
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
brain power.
Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Vi's got the hands.
Yep. Vi is
As
strong, physical.
Jinx kept calling
Yeah.
her fat hands.
Yeah.
Those
Mm-hmm.
oversized bitch mittens. That
I
was
remember
funny.
that. Yeah, it was. I was like, she got you there, Vi. You can't even be mad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Caitlyn is just very tactical and a good shot as well.
She's a good detective.
Good detective, right? Exactly. So all have different forms of strength, but all badass as hell. And this is what we mean by
And
a
then there's
good
the
portrayal.
I'm just joking. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Mm-hmm.
Graven.
Yeah.
And then there's Heimerdinger, who's the best just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because Echo is clearly the best character here.
Yeah.
You got Echo, you got Victor. It's just like
Then
honestly, there's just and then there's Jace.
I was about to say, damn it, you beat me to the punch.
He's on the floor.
Nah, he under the floorboard. Nah,
He's been eviscerated.
I'm about to say he a little bit above the floorboard. Only
For
because
saving the world.
for
Well, he
saving the
didn't
world.
save the world.
I mean, but
technically, Echo saved the world.
Yeah, but like the intentions of saving the world, we give him a credit for that. We give him credit for that. Moral based, respect wise, yes. But yeah, overall, man, y'all haven't seen Arcane, please do. Phenomenal show, phenomenal masterpiece. This needs to be
Watch the
in
show first and then come back and watch the episode.
exactly. Please, yeah,
Because we
absolutely,
done spoiled the whole show.
yeah, exactly.
And then you'll just be like, oh my god, you
mhm.
spoiled it for me.
Yeah,
Oh well.
yeah.
I feel like next week we're gonna talk about. Actually, I haven't planned that out yet. I'm gonna start a new series where we're gonna compare books and their
Why?
adaptations. So I'm in the middle of reading Twilight. It's taking forever because the content is terrible. So I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm almost done with the first book. So
Oh gosh.
yeah, I'm trying, y'all. I'm doing this for you people. For you people. I'm doing this for you guys, okay? Um let me know if you want a particular series to be done. Um like Maze Runner, Hunger Games, any of those. I don't know. Or just any book that's been adapted. Adapted. I was also planning on doing Wicked, because I own that book as well. So I'm going to do Wicked as well. I have to rewatch the movie again, which I'm not complaining about that. That's also coming up, so that should be within the next 2 videos. I have to finish reading the book first. But yeah, so I think that should be it for today. Thank you so much. And yes, Harry Potter should be coming up too. Those are like my major plans. It'd be like Harry Potter, Twilight, and Wicked. Those would be like the major first ones, but you could always leave a comment for the ones that you definitely want to see, and we will definitely try to get to those as soon as possible. It just is gonna take a while because I have to read the book first. So yes, that is all for today.
All right. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed.
Just keep going.
Make sure you like and
That is
subscribe on
all
this
for
video.
today.
Please leave a comment down in the description box below. We hope y'all enjoyed. Let us know who your favorite character is of the Arcane series if you've watched it. At least give us your top 3 if you can't say your favorite one. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye. Victor Nation, how we feel. If you haven't seen that video, you have to look it up. It's like the voice actors are all talking. Um, it's all the voice actors and they're just all talking. And like the guy that plays Victor is just like he's saying something. He's like Victor Nation, how
He's
we
the
feel.
best. He's one of the best
I
characters.
don't know
He's
why I
probably
love
the best
that.
character. So I mean, hey.
Honestly, Victor
Bye, y'all.
Nation, how we feel.